Hi, this is Alan Smith, and as I promised you, I put together a thorough market analysis down here in Southwest Florida, and I want to go over a little bit with you. I won't be able to explain all of this to you in detail, but if you give me a call, I'd be more than happy to answer any questions you may have. So let's start looking through the market snapshot that I did for you on all the market. This is a little bit of the table of contents, which I think I showed you in an earlier video, but it gives you a little rough idea of what these different things are. This first chart here that I have for you will show you a little bit of the housing outlook and the overall supply of homes in the area, as far as give you a good picture of the housing outlook. This one here is the housing outlook supply from September of 2009 to September of 2010. So you can kind of see how the supply and what has been listed and what has been sold and the differences between the last year. This next one I have for you is the housing breakdown by city, so that you can see how they are between single family, condo active, single family, and condo pendings are sold between like Fort Myers, North Fort Myers, the beach, Cape Coral, Lehigh, and the other areas. This one here, this chart here I prepared for you, shows you the median list of sold prices of homes from 2009 to 2010. So you can kind of see from September of 2009 to September of 10 exactly how prices have gone. One thing you'll notice if you look at the inventory, you'll notice that our inventory is stabilized. We're down to about 4 months supply of homes, which 3 months is considered a seller's market. Anything over 6 months is usually considered a buyer's market. We used to be at 18 months. We're now down to just short of 5 or 4.8 months. So it's definitely getting close to getting back to a seller's market, and you're going to see prices go up. And as you see here, prices have gone up, and now they've come back down, which is during our slow season, which we see every year. And of course, we're coming into season, so those prices are going to start going right back up. Here is the residential property and median sales price comparison for the last 3 years from you, for 2007, 2008, 2009, and 2010. So you can see how the prices were in 2007 and how they hit bottom last year and have now come up and are expected to come up every year from now on. So if you're looking to buy at the lowest price, now would be the time to do it. You're going to see prices continuing to go up. This is the absorption rate for single-family homes on a monthly scale from solds, actives, and the monthly absorption rate. And as you can see, like I said, we're down to right there at the 5 to the 4 month market, which means that we're right on the verge of turning back to a seller's market and prices will start going up. Here's the 12-month absorption rate for foreclosure in REO homes. This next chart is the single family and condos which have been sold from 2003 to 2010. Give you a little idea on all those numbers. This here is your 2009-2010 sold single-family homes in Lee County only. The different colors are, the dark blue is your conventional sales, your white or your cream color is your short sales, and I made the REOs your purple sales. So I give you a little idea on what's selling in the volume, and as you can see, a lot of people think that the short sales are the majority of the market, and actually they are not. This here chart will show you the 2009-2010 sold single-family homes in Fort Myers and Fort Myers Beach. This shows you the same thing in North Fort Myers and Cape Coral. This one here shows it to you in Lehigh Acres. So kind of the whole general Lee County area. This chart here will show you the 2007 to 2010 total condo solds by year. Kind of get an idea how the condo sales have been going. And as you see, in 2007 was the lowest, and the 2010 this year has been the highest, which we expect to see the highest sales across the board as buyers are picking up homes as they're starting to go up in value. It is the time to buy, as being shown by all the buyer activity. So don't wait any longer. Get down here and buy something. Get in on the bottom floor. Otherwise, you're going to be one of those ones saying that you wish you would have. This is Lee County's sold condos from 2009-2010. This one here is the condos sold in Fort Myers in 2009-2010 and Fort Myers Beach. This is North Fort Myers and Cape Coral condos sold. This one here is the condos sold in Lehigh Acres for 2009-2010. And this pie chart here that I put together for you kind of shows you the sold listings from April of 2010 to June of 2010 in all three: the median price ranges for foreclosures, the median price ranges for traditionals, and the median price ranges for short sales. And then again from July to September, which is our slow season. So traditionally the number goes down, which you've seen here in all columns. The prices have gone down, and then they will go back up again in season, which we're starting now. So you'll be sure that these numbers here will all be another 10% higher. So if you haven't bought from now, you can pretty much be guaranteed you're going to pay 10% more. Now here's our days on the market chart for the last 12 months. It shows you the days on the market for the best priced homes on average. All residential is your blue, single family is your pink, and red is your condos. So pretty much standard, the homes are staying on the market about 120 days, which is what you would normally consider to be a fairly average, decent market. So if you see a home that you like, you got to jump on it, because the best homes sell in literally a week. This is your Lee County single home family home solds from 2008 and 2010 comparison. This is the same comparison but for Fort Myers and Fort Myers Beach. Same comparison for North Fort Myers and Cape Coral. Same comparison for Lehigh Acres. So I broke this down to you by city for both single family and for condos. This is your single family for Hendry County. Most of my clients, I know that most of you aren't looking at Hendry County, but I thought I'd throw that in for you. This is a great chart to show you the residential weekly market activity for the past 3 months. This shows you the differences between the all residential for improved homes, for unimproved, for single family, and for single family pending. So you see that by looking at this chart across, you see that pretty much as fast as we list the volume every day, which runs around 200 new listings a day, we're selling 200 new listings a day. So pretty much an even market across the board, and that's exactly what that shows you. This next chart is what I find a lot of people want to know, is that what is the volume per year by year since 2003 for single family sold homes. As you can see, in 2003 we had 7,100 homes were the total sold. Most people think 2005 or 2006 were the #1 years, and as you can see here at 9,800 homes and 8,100 homes respectively, they were not. Last year we tipped almost 17,000 homes, and already this year we're at 12,000 homes, expected to beat that mark. So you can be assured that 2010 is going to be the #1 year, and prices are definitely already coming up. So if you want to get in on the ground floor, now is the time to buy. Don't wait any longer. The very last chart I have for you here is the number of single-family homes sold by price points as compared to foreclosures, short sales, and conventional comparisons in the different price ranges. So you can see here September, August of 2009, which is last year, and September and August of 2010, which is this year. And as you can see, they're pretty much identical charts. However, what I want to bring to your attention is that you see here that a large part of the marketplace is in foreclosed homes in the under $100,000 price range, which are the investors buying the rentals and things along those lines. You can see that short sales fall quickly under, #2, with conventionals #3. And you can see that in both that was last year and this year. However, this year we're starting to see more conventionals than we are short sales, as the short sales are drying up and prices are increasing. However, as you see, when we go from $100,000 to $200,000 homes, that's no longer the case. That actually conventional sales are more prevalent than both short sales, with foreclosures coming in second and short sales coming in third. And as the prices go up, that even gets more widespread. As you see here, once you go over 200,000, that conventional is the majority of the marketplace. Short sales are a very small part of, and foreclosures even more of. And then as soon as we get over 500,000, you'll see that last year there were very few foreclosures, only a few short sales, most of it's conventional that month. And same with this year. You'll see that foreclosures and short sales are about 20% of the marketplace, 15% of the marketplace in both months. So pretty consistent across the board. So as I've told you in the past, we can find clients homes without going through the short sale or foreclosure process at as good a values, if not better pricing. Well, that about wraps up the market review for you. I know I went through it real quick, but you can go back through and click for it and digest it yourself. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call at 239-995-00. 0754, or better yet, my cell phone at 239-989-1106 with all your questions on how to interpret this data, or if you have any questions on a particular home or you'd like some custom searches set up for you so that you can see exactly what the prices are for the homes that match exactly what you're looking for. I will be going through some of these charts in more detail with you, intermixed with some other tours, just to go over the charts that people tend to have more questions on or that have more interest. So until we have a chance to talk, give me a call. Let's go over exactly what you're looking for and how we can best help you find the home of your dreams down here in Paradise in Southwest Florida. So until we get a chance to meet in person, this is Alan Smith. You have a wonderful, fantastic day. Look forward to seeing you here in Southwest Florida. Bye-bye now.